Good day, English winners. Today we're going to talk about opening your own bank account in an English-speaking country. So when you walk into a bank in an English-speaking country, it should be much like other banks you've seen in different countries around the world. At the front of the bank, when you first walk in, there should be a person who greets you. Now you can talk to them and ask where you need to go for different things, and you can even tell them you want to open a bank account, and they will direct you to the right place. Now, the people behind the counters, they are called bank tellers, and what they do is they handle when you want to take out money or put money in or cash checks and do simple day-to-day things like that. And then also you'll have office rooms. And in these office rooms, you'll have personal bankers. Some of them will handle credit cards. Some of them will handle big loans like business loans, mortgages. And then maybe another might handle opening new accounts. And this is the person you need to talk to. So the first thing you do is tell the employee that you want to open a new bank account. Now, they're going to fire back another question at you. And sometimes this can make things complicated if you don't know how to answer. But they're going to ask you, checking or savings? Now what they're talking about is, do you want to open a savings account or a checking account? A savings account is one that usually has a minimum amount of money you have to keep inside. And you put money into the savings account and it just stays there. It might earn some interest, but that interest, the money that the bank pays you to keep your money there, is very small. So I wouldn't worry about that. English-speaking banks do not pay very good interest rates right now. The other one is a checking account. Now with a checking account, you can put money in and take money out, much like a savings account. But the difference is you get a debit card, which means you can withdraw money from your checking account to pay for things when you go to the store, when you pay your bills, when you shop online, or when you take your card to an ATM machine and take cash out of the ATM machine. So when you're doing your daily living, shopping, spending, and bill paying, a checking account is the most versatile thing for you. So you will want to open a checking account first. Survival tip. Don't spend more money than you have in your account. If you do, you will get charged what is called an overdraft fee, which is basically a bill that the bank charges you because you're poor. The best way to avoid an overdraft fee is to only spend money that you have. So be cautious about that. And don't spend any money that you do not have in your checking account. Now, after you say checking account, we're going to go to step 3. You will go into an office. Maybe you have to wait a little while, but you will go to an office with a personal banker and they will walk you through the steps to open your new checking account. And they will ask you for some documents. I've made a list of some of those documents here. I'll read them out to you. You'll need maybe information like your name, your address, some contact information, phone or email. I notice most of them are optional about that. I usually go with email. If you have a residency card, like an H-1B visa in America, you might need that. And finally, some other ID, like a driver's license or a passport. Some countries may require you to have more information than that, some less. I've included as much information as I know how to give you. So you will eventually have to see what your country needs before you can open a checking account. So look into that. So next, you will need to sign a lot of papers, and you won't really have a lot of time to read through each thing. So if you have a good personal banker, they should be able to explain to you very simply what each of the things you're signing means and what it is you're agreeing to. You'll probably be asked to give your signature about 8 to 10 times, and your initials, which is the first letter of your first name and the first letter of your last name, quite a few times also. So get ready for that. You will be signing a lot of papers. Now, step 5, the employee is going to ask you where you want to get your bank statement. Now, a bank statement is a piece of paper that tells you how much money you have in your account and how much money you've spent during a month, or that's called a billing cycle. And it'll also show how much money you've put in that month and a general overview of your expenses maybe. And so they will ask, where do you want it? You can get it by email usually, if it's a good bank, or you can get it by physical mail. I choose email because I travel a lot. It's just more convenient for me, but choose whatever you like. Unless you needed more documents than what I talked about, congratulations, you now have your checking account. Now soon, probably within a couple days, you will get your debit card. Now the debit card is what will enable you to pay your bills, go to ATM machines and take out cash, go shopping with the money you have in your account. So you'll get that, and then there will be a phone number you need to call to activate it. And once you get that phone number, call it to activate your card, and then you can use your card. And if you are at an ATM, you might need a PIN number, which is a 4-digit number. Usually you choose it, and that number is what you enter into the ATM to get your cash. That number should be included with the debit card when they mail it to you or hand it to you. I don't know how your bank will do it. Here is a survival tip. I don't know what part of what country you're going to, but some places have more crime than others. And so I recommend that you keep most of your money in a bank account, but keep a little bit of cash on you. So if you get robbed, you'll give up some money, but not enough that it will really hurt you. And you don't want to have nothing, because that might anger the thief so much they might just attack you. So have some money, but not too much. That's probably the best advice I can give you for handling criminals and thieves right now. Here are some other tips. Don't trust the bank 100%. In America, we had this big 2008 financial crisis, and some banks closed. Some of them got in trouble. Then there are banking crises all over Europe. Cyprus was a famous example. So, yeah, you can trust the banks a little bit, but don't trust them 100%. The best way to trust a bank is to make sure that they have enough money set aside to pay depositors, that's you and other people like you, if they need to get their money out quickly. Some banks only have a small amount of money in their reserves, and some have a large amount. So if they have a large amount, that's good. There's other factors to focus on, but that's for another video. And lastly, have some cash stowed away someplace, maybe where you live, where nobody else knows where it is except you. That way, if the bank, if something happens with your bank account, or the bank is in trouble and they can't get you your money for whatever reason, you have some cash to get you through the month, or worst case scenario, out of the country if things get really bad. So I would say have at least 1 month of money stashed away somewhere. Another thing is, a lot of neighborhoods with a high immigrant population will go to places that cash checks. Now, a cash checking office, you can take your paycheck, and even if you don't have a bank account, you can go to a cash checking place and they will give you cash. They will give you money. But the thing is, they will charge you a fee to do that. It's usually 1 to 1.5%, but I've seen it get higher than that. And so that's why opening a bank account is so important. If you're getting a lot of checks, it's going to be a real pain to pay 1.5% every time you want to get your cash. That's basically a tax on life. So having a bank account you can deposit your checks into will eliminate a lot of those fees and allow you to have more money for your everyday needs. Last thing I'd say is a big bank or small bank. Which kind of bank do you want to open an account with? I'd say big banks typically get in trouble more for mismanaging money, and they also, I find them a little bit less trustworthy. That's just my opinion. And then small banks, you tend to see the people you bank with face to face more often, and they tend to be more responsible with money. Now that's a generalization, that's not always true, but that's the way I see it right now. Now if you're going to live in one country and not really travel so much, I would say get a small bank, get an account with a small bank. If you're traveling back and forth between countries frequently, a big bank is going to be more your friend. Now, if you have the patience, I would recommend keeping most of your money with a small bank for your day-to-day needs, and then occasionally putting some of that money into a big bank account or an account with a big bank. So when you travel, you have what you need when you need it. And it makes customer service so much easier. I mean, I had trouble getting my debit card sent to me to Korea because both of my banks are small banks. Meanwhile, my roommate, who had a Chase Bank account, a big bank, got his new debit card in less than a week. So that's the kind of experience I'm dealing with here. So that's it for opening your new bank account. If you want to see some more videos, please look around. I have some pronunciation videos over here, and I have some idiom videos over here. Remember to subscribe to get more videos. And in the meantime, keep winning, English winners. I'll see you later.